Let's cross our fingers. All right. Hi, everybody. I don't know if anybody is on yet. We will see.
It says 3. We'll see.
Where do you see the people?
So like the link that you sent me, it goes directly to the YouTube.
Ah, I can't see that. I can't see that.
Okay, now it's on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There we go.
All right. We're going to let it run for a little bit. Let people get on. Hey, everybody. Feel free to start commenting in the chat. Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer from All Feisty. This is Rhiannon. And I'm moderating today. So I'll be looking at the comments as Rhiannon goes through everything. So if there's questions or there's confusion or there's specifics you want to ask, it does not have to pertain to the things that Rhiannon's talking about. You can certainly ask other questions. I will do my best to comment and get back to everybody. So that is my job this evening. But we'll let everybody roll in because I know how these things work. Nobody gets here. I get it.
Happens. I mean, feel free to chat in too, because there's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you've seen either. And then I did get the list of the Black Friday deals today, and I will be posting them later. There's some good stuff on there coming up, and a lot of it's actually starting earlier than Black Friday. So, and then it goes, some of them go to the 1st, some of them go to the 3rd of December. And then like the Tom Ford ones, we do it all the way to the end of the year. So I think
excellent. Yeah, it was really interesting. Everybody who's already on, Rhiannon and I were talking about Black Friday deals, and they are earlier this year across the board from what I can see. So I have some codes for some things that are not available at Nordstrom's and other things that I'll talk about later, and they all start like way before Black Friday. So I was like, okay, all right.
All right. The market, so everybody's starting to do stuff earlier. We usually get a lot of our Christmas stuff at the beginning of October, which is really, really soon, like fast. And then we started doing deals for those sets a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm sold out of all of them in the store, but we can order most of them, except for like those little body shimmering sprays that we usually do every year. And then the little lip kits, those ones, they're not that many in stock online.
Okay. That's interesting. Things went quickly. All right. I am just updating everyone really quick that we're live, and we will go ahead and get started. You might hear Ellie in the background. You might see Ellie in the background. My chair is blocking her at the moment. Let's see if I can. Yeah, this is Ellie. I will. She's making a nest. Can you see that?
Yeah. She's so cute.
Are you making a nest, Ellie?
So cute.
Are you making a nest? Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I disrupt you? Okay. I apologize. You go back to making that nest. Thank you.
I'm looking for like very similar. I was thinking green, but blue is really beautiful too.
Yeah, the only problem with blue velvet, as you might be able to tell, is that I have blankets all over it because all these nails.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah. I thought the hair, because I have a corgi and she sheds a lot. And so I'm just trying to find something that doesn't necessarily connect with her hair, but, just kind of comes off with the wind, hopefully.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, Rhiannon, I will let you introduce yourself to everyone, but everyone who's on, hi, I am Jennifer from All Feisty. This is my channel here on YouTube. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk with Rhiannon. She's going to tell us all the great deals, all the excellent beauty products that you guys can pick up for the holidays. And she will talk a little bit about Black Friday, but she just got the list of Black Friday deals. And so she'll be posting about those later. I am monitoring all the comments. Ask away, break in anytime with any questions, and I will make sure we monitor that so we're answering your questions real time. And over to you, Rhiannon.
I'm Rhiannon, or I go by Rhi. I love Rhi. I work for Nordstrom at Tom Ford, but me and Jen, we got to know each other, like 2-3 years ago at this point. And we just talked nothing about beauty, like everything about beauty that you could think of. And then we became really fast friends after that. And I love makeup. I'm a makeup artist for the last 13 years. And I do it on the side as like, I mean, it's kind of full time, but I mean, Tom Ford is also my full-time gig as well. So, the stuff that I was going to talk about today is stocking stuffers. Like, I don't know about you, Jen. How do you guys do Christmas in the morning? Do you guys do stocking stuffers, or do you guys do like just big gifts?
So when growing up in my family, we did stocking stuffers the night before, and then we did under the tree in the morning. But then now, to be very honest, now with my husband and I, we don't have kids. We have dogs, but that's it. So the dogs get gifts. The dogs have gifts under the tree. I know. Dogs have gifts under the tree. And the stockings, we just hang them up. We don't have anything in them. But, I also have friends who do the stockings like first as like the,
Yeah. I mean, that's what my family and I do. I don't know if it's a tradition with people, but for my family, we pick names, but then we get them stocking stuffers first, and we wrap them, and then everybody has to unwrap it, youngest to oldest. And it's kind of boring after a while, I'm gonna lie, because it's like small things like toothbrushes and like little gifts in here and there, but like those are the things that you kind of need sometimes. You know what I mean? So that goes to the first item that I was going to talk about, L'Occitane. This one is going to be $45, and there's 5 hand creams in there. And so it does the shea butter, which helps to protect your skin, and then it has the almond delicious, which softens the hands, and then the verbena, it has this cooling sensation on it, and then it helps to heal a lot as well. And then we have the cherry blossom that nourishes, and then we have the lavender to soothe the skin. And so I thought this was a really good addition to, like, if you guys do stocking stuffers, or just like if you want to break them up too, that's what I like to do, and give 1 or 2 to somebody else, and then take 3 of them that I think is great for someone else. I think that these types of products, that's why I like stuff that's in sets.
Yes,
I was like,
I'm the same.
It's because like I have some friends that like a cooling sensation, and then some of them like cherry blossom. I was like, okay, I'll just do that instead of buying like a whole new one. And so I thought this was good for travel too, because I just recently came back from Mexico, and man, I didn't bring any moisturizer hand creams with me, and I was cleaning my hands so much. And I was like, I wish I would bring this with me. I was all putting my moisturizer that I put on my face on my hands because they were cracking so bad. I was like, oh my God. But
hand cream is extremely important, guys. You got to have hand cream. It's like
it really does. And then it's cold too. So here at least, and it gets really, really dry out here. And so I always have to put on hand cream at the store all the time. So I actually have one of these at my counter. And then I also have the next one that I was going to talk about is the Kopari. Now this guy is a really cute little set right here. This one comes with the oil, and this one doesn't have the gold in it. It said it does, but it's like very minimum at the bottom, and that helps to nourish the skin. But the body butter, this is my jam. This one is so good. I keep it on hands all the time. And then this one I use to lock in the moisture. It really, really helps out. But this one, from what I was reading, is it has shea butter and coconut oil into it. And then it has a hyaluronic to help lock in the moisture. And when I use this at work, I'm usually washing my hands a lot because you see me, I'm always swatching.
Yes.
Always. always posting some type of swatch, and it's really hard sometimes to get off some of that product. So I'm like sitting there scrubbing, and then it's just really, really dry. And so after that, I put some of this on, and this lasts about, it said 3 washes before you have to apply some more moisturizer. Kind of just like glides off of the skin. And then the oil I really like to put on top of it because, again, right now, very, very dry out here and it's very cold. So our hands are cracking and our feet are cracking. And so I like to just kind of slather it on my body. Have you ever tried that before?
I haven't tried the Kopari products.
Wow.
I haven't like ever. So now I have to see. This is what happens though, guys. I start talking to Reed and then I'm just like, oh great, here's another thing I have to buy. So I'll put that on my list.
You get influenced, the influencer. You know what
I do. The influencers influence easily.
It's true. I mean, so do I. I mean, you, Ginta, and Judy. I'm on the Chanel clip right now, and this is your guys' fault. You know, every single time you guys post something, I'm like, okay, I might need to go look at it.
Yeah, guys, new Chanel shoes coming out soon. Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay because Judy just sent me some, and I was like, those are cute loafers.
There's some, yes, there are some cute loafers, guys.
I love a good loafer. Next thing I was going to talk about, again, you can hang this on your tree if you wanted to. I think it's cute. It comes in 2 colors. It's the slip. And this one is mulberry silk, apparently. So it's very high quality silk. And that's actually what the pillows are made out of. And apparently it's hyperallergenic as well. So these ones, if you have sensitivities, I know a lot of people do, I do. So these ones really work really, really well. And I like to use these all the time when I'm here. If you ever see me put my hair back, I like to use these ones instead of like the really tight ones because then my hair doesn't like do this ball when I take it out. But there's about 4 in these ones, and it comes in the cool shade, and then it comes in the warm shade as well. And I think they're really cute. These are the skinny ones, by the way. They have some other ones that are the bigger ones mixed, but I liked these ones because they're just all cool. And then the pink ones are cute.
I like the skinny ones. I definitely need to add that to my list because I have the slip hair ties everywhere in my house. Like I have them in my house, I have them in my purse. I know it's sad, but I get really hot. If you know, you know, ladies out there, all the time. And I have so much hair that really can, like, you know, there are days that I'm just like, I just can't. And the slip silk is really easy on my hair. It doesn't break anything and it doesn't damage and it feels very comfortable and it's not too tight. Like you said, like some of the other ones are too tight. And honestly, with migraines, especially, like that is the last thing I want to do to myself. So it's a really good choice.
It's so true. That's why a lot of times if you see me, I always have it parted in the back instead of up because I get migraines as well. And it's so bad when you do something too tight because then your head just feels like it's going to explode. These ones are really good for that. And then I like the big scrunchies too, but you can see those pop out of the hair and it's not as cute. But the skinnier ones, I always gravitate towards. I have several colors and these ones, they tend to sell out too.
Yeah.
Especially skinny ones. They're a limited edition, of course. Everything is. And so the next thing I was going to talk about too, how do you take off your makeup?
So I do a 2-step cleanse. I use Cogendo on a cotton pad, and then I do a cleanse with whatever cleanser I'm using at that particular time, depending on the time of year.
Okay. So do you use any type of makeup wipes or do you just like put it on?
I don't. And I used to have ones that I really liked, but they discontinued them.
Of course. That's the nature of everything, right?
Yes.
So have you ever tried the makeup erasers before?
No.
The little bows in the way. These are, I don't know have you ever seen them?
No.
Advertised before? These are great. Okay. So they're microfiber. Okay. There's 2 different types of fibers in them though. They're short hair to help pick up and dissolve the makeup. And then there's long hair that exfoliates the skin, but it does it gently. That's the thing I want to emphasize is it's not very hard. It's very soft. And there's the pack. So what you basically do with these ones is that you get it wet, you string it out because it locks in moisture. And then you basically just remove all your makeup. You do not have to use makeup oil, anything with it, just water. It's fantastic. I got these when they first originally came out with them. They were like these long pink ones, and they gave all of us this for like some type of gratis just to see how it worked. And I really enjoyed them. But my only downside is like you have to really string them out after you're done, because if you don't, again, locks in moisture and they start stinking. So you don't really want to do that. But they come in 7 now. They used to only, like I said, only came in 1 pack, and that was just devastating because you had to wash it all the time.
Right.
And so with these ones, good to go. I don't travel not as much though, because again, you're going to have to clean them and you're going to have to put them into some type of bag so they don't stink up your entire suitcase.
Right.
But at home, extremely good. They have 2 sides to it, but for these ones, yep, and it does. And it comes with a laundry bag too, because some of my customers, they didn't know it came with a laundry bag, and they destroyed their washer. And it got stuck in there, and that was a very hard process for them, very expensive. But I told her, like, there's a makeup bag in there now.
We're in the depths of my washing machine. You know what? Okay, I need to add that to my list.
Like you'll really like it, but again, I suggest to clean them beforehand, because they already have like these really weird fibers to them, and so you have to make sure to wash them first, and then each one lasts about 1,000 washes before it starts to go. So I think that's really good for 7 of these guys. And again, they have several sizes. I tend to do the black ones a little bit more, because I'm like, I can't believe I just took off all my makeup with that. I'm like gallons of it, you know what I mean? So this one is really good. Again, it's a very soft fabric that I really, really enjoy too. And it's not that expensive either. They were about $25 for 7.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay.
And so the next thing I was going to talk about, I'm kind of jumping all over the place because there's some cute little things that I got going on here. This one right here is my favorite thing. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, sweet though. That's adorable.
It's so cute. So each one of them, these are not a sprayer, by the way, they're dabbers. So don't travel with these, because I did that and my purse is ruined. And so each one of these is about 4 millimeters, and this is the Tom Ford Private Blend Collection. These are our top sellers. Right now, they're $80. Usually, they're about $100 for this whole entire set, but like I was saying at the beginning, I don't know if you heard me say that all of the Tom Ford gift sets are 20% off right now. That's don't do. We've never done any type of 20%. Usually the most that I've ever seen was 15%. And so these ones, it goes, Oud Wood has always been our biggest seller. A lot of guys in my area have loved this one. It's very earthy. It's a wood fragrance. Then we have Lost Cherry. This one is my favorite. I will forever die. Like, bury me with this, please.
That's my favorite too.
It's really... I love this one.
Yeah,
it's really like so candy-like, and it's warm. It's just so beautiful and very playful. It's cherries, and it has jasmine roses in it as well. And then we have the tobacco vanille, which honestly, a lot of young kids of what we're seeing right now, teenagers have loved tobacco vanille a lot.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. Younger kids have been getting into it. I don't know what happened, but it went viral with a bunch of younger teenager boys. And so they come in every single day asking for tobacco vanille, but at least they say it right. So that's right. And then we have the Soleil Blanc, which is a beautiful white solar amber floral, which is spicy and white florals, has a bergamot in there. And then we have Ylang Ylang with Coca de la Mer pistachio accord in there. And again, $80 for the whole set. And if you have children and they're into fragrances, I highly suggest this one, because they can try out our top 4. And they're really cute because they have a lot of product on them. You just have to, like I said, dab them onto the skin.
It's a great gift.
Yep, it is. It's a really good gift to me. I bought one myself. I shouldn't have. I already have them all already.
I do too, but I love the little ones.
You know, honestly, I do like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that's going to I'm going to show you the next. These are so freaking cute. They're the size of, by the way, these are the Westman Atelier. Can you see them?
Yep.
So these ones, look at the packaging. It is super cute.
That is cute.
So cute. So these, from what they were telling me, is that they're limited edition. And the colors are going to be a rosy tone. And then it has these like shimmer on top of it. They're soft so that they actually blend into the skin really well. We have bubbles being a cool berry, and then toast is they call it a rose taupe color. And so I'll swatch it for you because I don't know if you have gotten them already.
I have not. I was waiting to get them from you.
Oh. Can you see it?
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, do you see that shimmer that's in there? Oh my God.
Good.
So I would say I would use these more for underpainting than I would use on top, except for the highlighter. I really love that highlighter. I think it's really fine enough to go on top like a gel. Yep.
Okay.
Honestly, and these, again, limited edition. So the colors, apparently you can't get other than this little mini set. We did sell it in store. Again, we can order them. And they come in like a cute little packaging as well. And then it comes with actually one of my favorite mascaras right now. I know we talked about the last one, the Lancome one that I really like, but I love this one too. I can't help myself. Like, you know, when
you like too many things.
Yeah. You know, when like you're trying to find the right mascara, it's kind of like the right foundation. And when you find it, you just kind of use all of them because you like all of them. That's basically what's going on with me right now. I shouldn't be doing that, but because it's costly. But this little set is about $60, by the way. And each one is like roughly 15 ounces, like a 0.15 ounces to them. And then the mascara is the same size. So I think $60 is a really good value for women at least. And then they just came out with their brush set as well. These ones are 9 of them. And so from what I was talking to the woman, she said these are exactly the same, just in a short pink handle. And so I know, but these ones are about $5.95 for all of them. That's like in the set, I believe it was like $100 difference between the short and the long one if you bought them all by themselves. I will say though, like the bigger, this one right here, I have that one already in the black handle, and this one is smaller. I could definitely tell it's much smaller, but it's still the same density, which I like. It's still short. It still picks up a lot. And then they have like the little mini lipstick, and honestly I didn't know that was a lipstick brush. I just thought it was an eyeshadow brush. It's okay, it's flat.
I mean, use it for what you want to use it for, right? I mean, if it works for you as an eyeshadow brush, then hey, what's wrong with that?
Do you have any of those brushes, by the way?
I do. I have a lot of them actually.
Which ones do you have?
I have the foundation brush, the big one that you were just talking about, but I have black handles. I don't have the short handles. I have the black handles. And then I have like one of the flatter brushes, you know, like the cheap brushes, and I have the eyeshadow brush. I like the Westman brushes. I think they're good. They work really well with the Westman products. Like I have the eyeshadow brush that I'm specifically thinking of with the Westman pods, you know, the eyeshadow pod, because they're creamy to powder. So if you use like a soft brush with those pods, it doesn't really work. You either have to use your finger or you have to use like a denser brush. The problem with a lot of denser brushes is they're kind of harsh on you. The Westmans are not. So like it picks it up and it gets it. I can use it. Because trying to put my finger in there is a problem now that I've grown out my nails. So when I hadn't grown out my nails, it was fine. But now that they're long, I can't get my finger in the little pot and get it.
There's a little dip because you have to put the pods on top. I seen that and I was like, you know, it's not worth me getting them if I can't stick my finger in to apply a little bit of the eyeshadow, because I'm like you. I like dipping with my finger and applying, and even concealer. But again, I have super long nails right now. It's traumatic, but they're cute. They're so pretty. They're so pretty, and they look very good.
I think yours are longer than mine, but it's still, it's one of those things that you can't. Yeah, I like a lot of creamy kind of shadows. I would rather use my fingers. I think that's a makeup artist thing. Like, I think I think it's like, you know, you want to feel it. You want to get the texture and be able to maneuver it around. But I know there's a lot of people who do not like to use their hands. And if you don't, the Westman brushes with those pods work extraordinarily well. So
the new ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I have the old version. So
not the old.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm like, the old version I wasn't too impressed with. So even though Westman is like right next to me, I just generally like I go to like my top 7 eyeshadow brands, and I don't really gravitate towards those eyeshadows as much. But
no, and they're very they changed the formula. The older formula wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as easy to work with. The newer ones absolutely are easier to work with. But again, they're for that person that's looking for something like that one and done, that easy to use. It's not for like an intricate eye look, but that's kind of Westman, if you will. I mean, that's kind of her aesthetic. But they're really good. And the pots are really easy to use because they click on one another and you can travel with them easily because they're magnetic. So.
I wonder if she got that from Melt. You know how Melt was like some of the first people to actually do those eyeshadow topping?
Yes.
Like, I wonder if she took it from there, because it's very convenient for like those little guys to go on top of each other. I like the packaging too. I'm a sucker for packaging. Even though I depot a lot of my stuff, I'm still a sucker for good packaging. I will keep like, a couple years ago, I kept the Dior one that was all gold, and then it had the extra lipstick on the side. I kept that.
Oh, yeah. The mini rod or whatever it's called. Yeah.
That thing is so good. Oh my gosh. I will say I love Dior lipsticks. Those are some of my absolute favorite things of Dior. I will always sell a lot of their lipsticks. And that's what I was going to talk about. These 3 right here. These ones are going to be their sequence liquid lipsticks. They're $49 each, and there's about 9 colors. We only have 8 at the store. I don't know why. Maybe we sold out of one of them. But our biggest shades are the 353, the 999, and then the 323. And each one of them, they went viral last year, if you remember that. Oh my gosh, everybody wanted them. This year, I feel like they're a little different, because you know how before you went like this and then the glitter popped out? These ones actually already have the glitter in them. I don't know if you can see the shimmer to it, but it's hard to pick up. But the shimmer is on the top, and each one of them is like jam-packed with those like high glittery points. But this one is one of my favorite ones right here, because it just looks more like a mauve color.
Ooh, pretty.
It is. It's really, really pretty. From what I've seen on people, I've tried it a couple of times on clients, and I've really just liked the formula as well. It sticks. It feels like a matte. No lie. It feels like a straight up matte. And I think they are matte, because you can't get something to stick in the liquid without it being matte. And then we have that one here.
What was the second one? What was the mauve one? Which number shade was the mauve one?
That one is going to be 323.
Okay.
The name's not on there, it just says sequence. And then this one right here is going to be the 353 right here. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This one is so beautiful as well. It almost looks like it has like a reddish hue to it, with some gold flecks inside of this, like gold shimmer into this one. I think this one, a lot of my like medium to dark skin tones can go into this one, unless like some of my ladies that you referred me, they love their dark lipsticks, and I'm all about it. I'm like, please do. You know, nobody really does here in Colorado. Nobody really does dark lipsticks here. Even for like, they're like, I'm looking for a winter. I was like, what kind of winter are we looking for? And they're like, oh, it's pink. Oh, you're like, okay.
That's like not really winter, but all right, sure.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I don't really consider like like lipsticks to have a season to it, because it just feels very Mary Kay, you
Right.
know. It does. So your season. I don't really believe in that, but I do think that each color represents some type of season, which is great. But I like doing cool, warms, neutrals. There you go. And so that's why, again, I like the Dior ones so far. And each one of them, like I said, is very beautiful. Stays on. It's a 12-hour wear. I would say that I mine lasted about 6 to 7 hours without I had to reapply it.
Yeah.
So, but the outside, it stayed on, and I had to
I have it in 2 shades. And for the
Ooh,
life of me, of course, can't remember which shades they are. But people who are on might remember which ones I showed. But I love them because I have to say I was really surprised because I didn't think I would like them because they are more matte. You know, I was like, but they're actually really comfortable. And like you said, there's more shimmer in them to start with than the other one, like the older ones. And then when you brush your lips together, you definitely get, you know, even more, but like there's already some shimmer to it when you put them on. So if you don't want to press your lips together, if you don't want the more, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't, in and of themselves, they're beautiful. Like just putting them on, they're really, really nice. And they're very comfortable, at least for me. And I have very dry lips. I was like, oh, I could wear these. Like I absolutely love them. I don't know if I'd get them in every shade because there's like, I love a dark lip, but not, I'm very pale. So I'm just like, but I'm definitely going to pick up a few more of them because they're great.
Oh, totally. There was like one shade that when I was reading reviews, because I love to read reviews. I like feedback from people. I watch a lot of like content on certain things that I'm looking for. The taupey one I seen wasn't for everybody, but it sounded like you can put like a lip liner with it and a gloss on top of it. You would still get those glitter flecks, but you won't have it be so like taupe.
Yes.
So I was like, I could work with any shade as long as I have a good lip liner.
That's so true. That is so true. And get the Tom Ford liners. Everybody out there who watches me knows I've been obsessed with the Tom Ford liners. I have like every shade now except for the red one. I think that's the only one I didn't buy.
Fire? There's
no, I have fire. I have fire.
There's private client, which is cool.
I have that.
Those, I think.
There's only one I'm missing, and I can't remember what it is.
Headline. There we go. Headline.
That's it. That's the only one I'm missing. That's it. I have all the rest.
It's like this color. So
well, see, I don't really wear so guys, when we were talking, Rhea and I were like, oh, let's wear red because, you know, holidays and stuff. I have nothing red. Nothing. I have red on my nails and I have little, you can't really see them, but I have little bows, like gift bows on my ears so I could, you know, have little gifts. But I don't have any red in my closet because my hair is auburn. So I was like, how do I not own anything red? But I own nothing red. So this is as I could get. But anyway, but yeah, I do have red lipstick though. I do have like a blue red lipstick.
Do you usually like the 999 or the Chanel blue red?
So my favorite red right now, honestly, the Tom Ford red Scarlet Rouge is my favorite. That's my favorite. But my second favorite is the Celine.
Oh, you know, I haven't tried anything yet from them.
They're coming out with their full line in January, but they came out with the red lipstick, the Rouge Triomphe. It is so good.
Dang it. I do love a good red. I'm more of like blue reds.
Me too.
We had a color called Ruby Rush before, and I think it's only online for the moment, but it's absolutely stunning of a red. It's a little bit darker than this color, but it is blue red. And then we had one called Night Porter.
Yes.
Stunning fragrance, stunning lipstick. I wish they kept it. You know, I still have a tube of it. I don't think it's good anymore. So, you know, you can't really wear it.
I have one from Chanel that is literally, and no joke, it is 30 years old. So it's not good anymore. It's not good. And you do not use it on your face. But I've kept it because someday I hope to find another one like it. It was called Metal Garnet. And it was the most perfect gold red that I've ever seen. And I loved that shade. And everyone else loved it too. When I worked as a makeup artist, I got yelled at for like a solid week because we discontinued it. And I I didn't know it was being discontinued, so I didn't tell anyone because I didn't know, and so I got literally yelled at for an entire week by people. But yeah, that was my favorite shade, and they just got rid of it for like no apparent reason, actually, that I can think of to this day. So, guys, if there's a shade out there that you love, buy it now.
Yep.
Because you never know.
It's true, especially reds, because from what I've seen working in cosmetics for so long, is that if something doesn't do well over, I think like 1 to 3 years, they take it. Especially if they do it. And like if some type of packaging got taken away or they're doing a reform, then they're going to get rid of the best, like those little sellers that not a lot of people gravitate towards. So if you like something, buy a lot of it and then tell everybody else to buy it. So you keep it in, you know?
Talking about that, just as a little side note, can you talk about Terra for a second? Tom Ford Terra, the bronzer, just really quick.
I can, yes and no. I can and cannot, because there may or may not be stuff coming in the future. You know, I can't talk about future stuff that's coming, of course, you know that. But get it while it's hot. That's all I'm saying. Get it while it's still there. It's 15% off right now. It will be 15% off until the end of the year. Right now, you can't get gold dust. It's been out of stock, and they're probably going to bring some more back because I sold out pretty quickly when we did that 15% off, and then there was another 15% off, and so I ended up getting some more Terra in, and then posting that. It just like a cycle. Is where it comes in and then it completely crushes the market, where it retires itself and then it comes back. And we've talked about this before with Andrew before, how Tom Ford does different things based off of the market. And so with the first one, like we were talking about before, everybody wanted that chiseled cheeks.
Yes.
And they wanted it to be like so heavy. So they did it super heavy. And then it wasn't like that. Everybody wanted the no makeup look. And so they did the second and then the third. And I believe this is the fourth time they've done it. And a lot of people like this version. They love it. You know, so yeah, maybe something's coming. I'm not sure. You know, we'll see next year. You know, but get it while it's hot right now.
I you know, tried to put Rhiannon slightly on the spot there, but I know as a former SA for a brand, you know, there's not much you can say, but I will say this, guys, from my perspective, you know, if you like Terra as it currently exists, from somebody who has now 4 backups of Terra, because I bought another one from Rhiannon last week. It is my favorite bronzer. I do have it in the top drawer of my vanity. And I've been using it for 20 years. It can't be that long. Is it that long? Jeez, it might be that long. I don't know. It's been a really long time. And I have other bronzers that I really like, and I've talked about them on the channel, but nothing has really ever displaced Terra. So if you like the version that exists now and it's 15% off, again, look, you know, don't buy stuff you don't need, but if it's something you want and you really love it, I would suggest you buy it, because we just don't know what's going to happen in the future. So
it's true. I mean, a lot of the stuff, again, it does a whole cycle, and if we get new creative directors, they do something different as well. That's just the nature of any designer brand. You know, they do stuff based off of what they love, and then we have a new, you've seen that, we have a new guy, CEO now and creative director. He's fantastic. He's doing things with the brand. They showed him a lot of the beauty stuff too, so he's actually incorporating a lot of his passion and nuances into the brand as well, and we'll start seeing that probably 2025, 2026. So I'm excited about that, because the guy likes a lot of color and Tom Ford loves them too. So I think a lot of the things, and we've talked about this before, so one of my close friends, he buys everything Tom Ford from like 2006, 2007. He's like, I should have bought it when I had a chance. Don't do that to yourself, you know, because I've done that several times. But luckily I found them, and I bought like 6 of the same, like, you remember those singles that we used to carry, 2017, 2018? I ended up buying 7 of the same reddish tone, and I don't use it anymore because I have blonde hair. But if I go back to it, at least I still have it.
Yeah, no, and there's a question in the chat about, and I'll post it, why Terra is so special. So here's what it is about Terra, in my opinion, and I'll send it over to Rhi, who's really the specialist in this area. But why it's special to me. So I am very pale, if you can't tell by the camera. When you're looking at the camera, you're probably like, oh, she's under a lot of lights. I'm really not, guys. This is how pale I am. Like, I am ridiculously pale. I don't go in the sun, first of all, because, well, one, I live in New England, but two, I have rosacea, and it's not good for me. But I'm just a pale person. So I need a bronzer that is cool enough to look real, to look right, doesn't look weird, but also warm enough that it looks like a bronzer. Because if it's too cool, then it looks like contour, or it looks like muddy, and that's not good. So it has to be warm enough to look like bronzer, but cool enough that it still works on somebody who's as pale as I am, because if it doesn't, then I look like I just put brown on my face. That looks terrible. Secondly, I need something, because I am older and my skin is not as perfect as it was when I was in my 20s. I need a powder that is finely milled and that just blends effortlessly into my skin. I don't have a lot of time. Most of the time I'm rushing and doing 19 things at once. So it needs to be something that I can quickly do and looks seamless and perfect. And I don't particularly love something that's overly scented, again, because of migraines. I want something that's like a light scent is fine, but like Guerlain, I hate to pull out Guerlain because I like a lot of the Guerlain stuff. Their stuff is so scented, and I'm just like, I can't. I just can't. And some days I can do it better than others. Like some days I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And then some days when I have a migraine, I'm like, I can't touch that. So it has all of those things, and it lasts forever. Now I don't think they make the big one anymore. I think they finally discontinued. Okay, so they discontinued the big one. I still have two big ones. Like they were like this size, guys. They were huge. They were expensive. Like 150. I don't remember if you know what they were.
100. I think they were $100.
I can't remember. They were expensive. They were like $100 something, for the big ones. But I've had a big one literally for 10 years, and I'm just about to like empty it. Like it's going to be gone now. So, that's the thing. All of those things together make it the perfect bronzer for me.
I got it.
I mean, it's not going to be for everyone, but for a lot of people, it's like one of the best.
So yes, it's one of the best that I've ever had myself. And like you, but I have more red in my skin. So I don't typically do too much of a cool color on my face. I like it to be a little touch of warmth. But to be honest, the Terra one is cool enough, just like you said, and warm enough to not be contour, but looks like the sun just kissed you just ever so gently. And in my opinion, I think but the one that you have too, I was going to touch on that. That's not the same version as the one we have now. The one we have now is very lighter. If you notice, the kickback is a little bit more than the previous one because they were pressed down just a little bit harder of a version. I forgot the name of it. It was like ultra bronzing bronzer, I think it was called. And then yeah, it was about $100. I should have got myself one of those though, because I really enjoy the packaging a lot. But get it while it's hot. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I pulled us away from gift sets and gifts. I'm sorry. Continue reading on the list. We have a lot more, guys.
Okay. So the next thing I was going to talk about is the Duo lipstick from Tom Ford. This one's usually about $116, and it's around $92 right now for the two of them, and usually they're about 62 a piece. So you get a good saving on full size lipsticks from Tom Ford. I don't know if you have these ones before, but this one is the Sunlit Rosy that we had a couple of years ago, and it has I don't think you can see it anymore, but it has a dipped in blue glitter to it. And then this one right here is a 24 karat flex lipstick. This is by far one of the best seller lipsticks that we carry at our department. So much so, this was supposed to be limited edition when it originally came out. And people went gaga over this one, and they kept buying it and kept buying it. And each and every year, we've kept it into the line of the Soleil, because each season has a different collection to it every time. But this one has stayed around since, I'm going to say, like 2019, 2018. It was definitely prior to COVID times. But this one, we had a brief moment where we took it away because the formula coming here ended up turning red because of how our altitude was here. So they had to take it from us. And then thankfully they bring it back because people were pissed when it was gone and they couldn't get a new one. And every time I tell people in the gold packaging, if you ever see gold packaging, just remember that it is limited edition, unless it's like something permanently on there, like the bronzers. But again, even the bronzers can go as well, just depending on what the company likes to do. So this one is a lip stain. Okay. So I will show you right here. So basically it warms up to the lips, and I'm actually wearing it today, and it turns into a pink stain. And so it starts to warm. It takes probably 30 to 40 seconds for it to do, but you can see it right now. It's starting to change to a pink color. And I have it on today because I wanted to show you how it looks. And I use the close-up lip liner with it. Chef's kiss. It's one of my favorite lipsticks to put on because it's moisturizing and it adapts so well to my lips. Some people, you just have to be careful. From what I've seen, if you have like very thin layer of lips and it looks almost purplish, I wouldn't recommend this because it turns hot pink. And it doesn't look that flattering unless you like a hot pink color, So have you tried this one before?
I have. The reason I'm laughing is that's the color it goes on me. It's not the most flattering on me. However, I have learned how to use it for me. What I do is I put on a brown pencil with it. So depending on what, like in the Tom Ford liners, you could use A-list if you wanted like a deeper shade, or if you wanted a lighter shade, I'd go with like Irresistible, and I use that, and then it's fine. It's just fine. And it actually looks really, really nice. Yeah. But if I use it just by itself, it goes hot pink. But here's the thing, they all do. Every single well, I don't know what the name of it is, but the lipsticks that turn based on your pH, based on your skin, they all go pink on me. That's just what mine do. My lips do. It's not Tom Ford. It's just my particular body chemistry, for whatever reason, does that. This one is more moisturizing than the others, though. So I like that aspect of it. But I've used it on other people, and it looks phenomenally good. So I'm just like, it's just me.
It happens. I will say that I like the balm version, and then I like the liquid version too, because the liquid is more moisturizing here in Colorado. Because again, super dry, especially right now where we get a lot of snow. It just gets so dry out here. So I like that one a little bit more. West Coast depends on what lip liner. Somebody asked in the chat. What liner would you recommend with West Coast? Which ones do you do with West Coast? I like A-list.
I use A-list, but I also use Reese when I want something that's like just a light pink to my, like just almost like a lip liner that's not there. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to have something border my lips. Like what I have on right now, guys, this is A-list with Dolce.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really pretty color.
Thank you. It's all Tom Ford. So West Coast is similar to Dolce a little bit, like, but it's not the same, but like it has a similar shade to it. Dolce is deeper and a little bit warmer. But so it depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, Rhea knows better than I do, but like if you're trying to make it warmer, or if you're trying to make it deeper, or if you're trying, whatever. But if you're looking for just like a lipstick, a lip liner that won't change the color, I go with Reese.
That's really good, because A-list is darker, and so it can change West Coast into darker, because these new lipsticks are way more moisturizing than we had before. So they can bleed into it if it's dark enough. But Reese is a really good option. Some people have used, like, it depends too, because like I have like she's like very warm olive, and she's a darker skin, and she can use A-list and it wouldn't do anything with West Coast and Dolce as well. But then she can use that with Scarlet Rouge, and she could do it with Wild Ginger. There's a lot of options in there. It just depends on your tone of skin as well. Reese is a really good option, and then Irresistible is a really good option as well. It just depends on what you're wanting to do with it. West Coast is a stunning lip. We have put it, I don't know if you noticed before, it was like 3 years ago, I believe, we put it into a anniversary set with an eyeshadow, and we put Dolce and West Coast in there. I don't know if anybody knew that, but they did that specifically to see how people's reactions were on that lipstick.
So I didn't know that at the time. When I first tried the lipsticks, I was like, this name sounds so familiar to me, though. I think I mentioned it on the channel. I was like, I know I've seen this before, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a new color, because I'm like, this color doesn't exist, and it's a new formula and all this stuff. And then I was like, I know I've seen it somewhere. And so I went back through and I was like, oh my goodness. I remember this set. And that was, like 3 years ago. I was like, okay.
I just don't remember what eyeshadow we put inside of it. Usually I could remember a lot of the details of like all the ones that we've done in the past, but that one, I think it was a limited edition, or one we had bring back. I just can't remember off the top of my head, because it was like reddish tones to it. I'm gonna have to
was it oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it.
Exactly, that's what's happening to me, because I believe it was like one we used to have, and then they bring it back out.
It was.
It's gonna kill me. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's okay. I'm not gonna.
And it will come to me.
Okay, moving on. So this guy, look how beautiful that is. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. This is the Chanel 5 Beige Gold Body Oil. It's an 8.4 ounce. It's huge. It's $130, by the way.
And it's worth it. It's so good.
So inside, from what she told me, and when I dipped it out, it doesn't spill out like the prior one does. It kind of just drops onto the skin, and you could just really lather it onto the skin. I like this. I think this would be a really good gift to someone that loves Chanel fragrances, or even hasn't wanted to buy the actual perfume yet, but they wanted to do something very similar without it being too heavy. Because this one has the Chanel 5 in it, but it's not as heavy from what I'm smelling. It's like that really beautiful floral jasmine and roses to it. And then it has these beige gold flecks inside of it as well. I really, really enjoy this year of what they're doing with their whole like white collection. Is everything is like that snow, that just touch of white everywhere. I'm huge. I don't wear white because of my blonde hair, but if I could, I would. And I get dirty. Like if you ever see me here wear white, you just know like 30 minutes later I probably had to change because I put some type of makeup on it. It's not good.
Anyone can wear white. I'm sure you look fabulous in white. I don't wear white because I would get it dirty. Because I can't. As you probably noticed, I talk with my hands. Rhea talks with her hands too. And I think I have a tendency to be like, like this. And the next thing you know, I look down and I'm like, what happened? Like, why? Where did it come from? Like even on days that I'm not wearing like a red lipstick, all of a sudden I'll have red on my shirt. I'm like, where did the red come from? What did I do? Like, so I am not capable of monitoring myself. I'm like a child. But I will say this, gift sets, the Chanel gift sets that I will mention for a second, have that beautiful white fuzzy, the bags.
Yeah.
They are so pretty and so cute. But I will admit, the first thing I thought of was, if I travel with these, I will destroy them.
Oh yeah, 100.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
A lot of people, they have been taking and using it as like just a collector's item on the top and putting like gloss in it or something like that. You're definitely right. I don't keep anything white in my house.
No.
I got a dog, she gets everywhere, and it's terrible. I'm gonna tell you something real quick too. So the counter manager told me that these little charms, if you buy something from Chanel, you get these little charms right here. She doesn't have a ton of these, but a lot of my, like Gita, she absolutely goes gaga over anything that's Chanel. And so these little charms, you can put them on anything you want to. I think this is a little good gift. And of course, I can gift wrap too. That was the whole thing about, you and I talking last time about Christmas. It's like sometimes it's just a little bit too much, but we want to make sure that all of our friends and family, they get just like that really good feeling when they're unwrapping a gift. And so I actually do a pretty good job now of gift wrapping. So
you do a great job. You do a great job. I actually filmed my like gift, video. I have a bunch of them, but I had to film it early because I have to submit it for some things. And I show one of the boxes that you sent to me with the little charm on it, because I was just like, look how cute it is. And guys, those charms, believe it or not, are collectible. Like, they are popular. Yep. So the funny thing is, and I'm not, I'm not suggesting you do this, but they are that's what I'm looking for. They're valuable. Like, I mean, people collect the charms, and some of them put them on their bags, some of them put them on their keychains. But it's a thing. So, if you're buying it online, you're probably not going to get the charms. But if you're buying it from Rhiannon, you're ordering from her, she will make sure the charms are attached if she still has them. But they're going quickly. So
they really are. She doesn't have a ton of them. I will say that. I did tell her what we were doing today, and I asked her to put some aside for me, just so that I can get everybody's order and put them in there. But it has to be with the Chanel purchase. So just FYI, if it's going to you, cute. If you want to give it away, you can. But again, like you said, they are collectible items because they're Chanel. They don't do these types of things that often anymore. And that's what makes them, in my opinion, more valuable, is that they don't do them all the time. They're limited edition, and they're cute. They're a little snowflake on them. And then they have those little sets for the lipsticks as well, the holders that go over there. They're so gorgeous. Yeah, people do sell them on Poshmark. It's crazy.
I wasn't gonna say, because I was just like, I shouldn't probably talk about that. But it's true, because they are collectible, and I mean, I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm just saying, like, these aren't just like throwaway things. Like, they are valuable, and you're only going to get them if you get them from an SA. And yes, that is Ellie. She's made a nest for herself back there. She's snoring, by the way, too. So if you hear snoring, that's what that is. But anyway, continue.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't tell. This is kind of personal, and I'll just share it. Like, I have had a lot of thinner skin, like thin hair recently. And it's the last, I've been stressed, stress. This happens. I mean, I know what you do for a living. So, and you have 2 jobs, you know what I mean? So, it's just, like I said, it's a little personal because I don't like talking about how thin my hair has gotten over the years. I'm Hispanic, I'm Native American too. So they have hair, but it's towards the back. So I've done a lot of different hair growth serums and stuff, and I'm like, they're all kind of the same. They always feel heavy. They've always didn't do exactly what I was looking for them to do. And so one of the gals about 6 months ago gave me a couple of samples of this serum. It's from Sisley. And this one is a fortifying serum. It's a bit pricey, I will say that. But I have a lot more hair growth than the
Yeah.
last 6 months that I've done with any biotin that I've taken, any like just stuff that grows the hair, minoxidil. Tried that. It wasn't really working for me. This one I have
It
gone through
works.
3 bottles already because
Yeah.
it does go fast. I will admit though that I'm very heavy-handed with
Yeah.
it too. Well, it's a dropper too.
It doesn't feel weird though. Like, so like the problem is, and I've talked about this on my channel, guys. Mine is perimenopause. I'm perfectly willing to say it out loud. Like, we should talk about these things more personally, I think. But yeah, my hair, and I have thick hair. I get it. I have a lot of hair, but I have a lot less hair than I used to have.
Right.
And I'm starting to thin like in here, which really upsets me because I'm so used to having so much hair. And I've tried numerous things at this point. Now, I do have a couple of other things that I'll talk about, like tools that I do think work, including a shower head, which, by the way, Nordstrom has. And if you want that link, let me know, and or information, I'll send it to you, and you can order it from Rhiannon.
The water one?
Yes, it makes a difference.
So
It
good.
actually works, and I didn't believe it, and I was like, no, it works.
It really does. Oh yeah.
I shed much less using that shower head, like really. But the only serum that I can use that I like is the Sisley one. One, it definitely works. Yep. Two, I've noticed an increase in hair. Like, I'm like, oh, that actually like is growing more hair. But one of the things for me is, and I know this sounds weird, I can't handle stuff on my scalp. Like, yeah, it bugs me. Like, I don't know if it's a sensory thing or what it is, but like if there's product or stuff, I ugh. And so a lot of the like serums or minoxidil or all those things, they leave like a film, like a cast, and I can't handle it. I just cannot do it. The Sisley stuff doesn't do that at all. It just feels like water. Like, it doesn't feel like anything. And you rub it in, and then that's it. That's just it. And I've been using it actually for several years. And I got off being like good about it up until like the last 2 years. It got worse, and I was like, oh, I started using it more. I know. And yeah, it's absolutely worth it, but it is pricey. It is pricey. So there's, that's the thing, guys.
So it's a good deal because you get 2 of them for $3.80. Yeah. So it's like usually the value of both of them is about $410. So this is $3.80, and there's 2 ounces in there. I've already went through, again, the first couple bottles. I thought I had to put in too much. I don't read directions that well apparently, but this last bottle that I've had has lasted me a lot longer.
Yes.
You don't need a ton. And like you said, I don't like this super sticky filling. And that's like the Rogaine ones. They're very heavy and stick. They almost feel like a dry shampoo, and I don't like that texture. I don't even use dry shampoo because I don't like it. I rather use like dry texturizing spray than that. But this feels just like water, and it improves the density of the hair. And a lot of things, they grow the hairs that you already have, but they don't make them strong enough. And that's what I've noticed, the hugest difference that I was using other stuff is they were growing, and it was cool, but it never strengthened it, because then after you stop using most of these products, you start going thin more, like way more than you did before. And you're like, oh crap, but now I don't have enough to fortify. And that's why they call it a fortifying serum, is because it's strengthening the hair. That way you actually keep it there long enough, and you have to continuously use this like every other day. And so 2 of them come in a pack. Again, it is expensive, but honestly, well worth it for me. Seeing how, like, I wanted to do some hair transplants. I wanted to go to Turkey, get a bunch of them right here. I don't think I'll ever do that, but you never know.
So, yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I'm gonna post the link. This is an affiliate, guys. You don't have to use this, but this will bring you to the shower head I'm talking about. You can order it directly from Rhiannon. And it's not ridiculously expensive. It does make a difference. I wouldn't say it makes as much of a difference as the serum, but the thing is, to be very honest, I had to do multiple things. Like, I changed my shower head, and I used the serum,
Yep.
and I changed my shampoo. So like, you know, it, it's one of those things that it's not everything will work for everybody, but if you do a bunch of different things, it's
Yep.
more likely to work than not.
It's true.
So.
It's very true. I totally agree with you. It's like lipstick. It's not going to work for everybody, but the people that it is going to work for, it works. And so
Yes.
there's a whole thing. You just think about it. But it is a good gift or by itself. I'm doing things that like I would probably just give to a couple of my sisters and then one for myself too. You never know. Again, you can split it. You never know.
That's what I did.
Yeah. So the next thing, you know, I'm a huge Guerlain fan. Like ever since they came in and teach us, and then Andrew works for them now, gives me so much incredible knowledge on their company. I'm just like, maybe I should switch, or maybe I should do this, both of them at the same time, because I really do love their skincare. I actually changed out a lot of my skincare for Guerlain. I love their black honey. I like the fact that they use a lot of honey in a lot of their products. And so that's going to show you the gift set. And usually I've never seen companies put in their new product in a gift set before. And let me show you real quick. The bows are always in the way, but they come with the cleanser.
Oh, wow.
Cleanser. Okay, and then you have the watery oil, and then you have the serum in there. And then this guy is 3 pieces for $250. It's about $100 saving, I believe, if you buy them sold separately. But this guy just came out to the market, I'm going to say recently, like in the last 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been loving these. These have those lipid microbeads inside of them, and it helps to exfoliate the skin. And this one is the gel, but it foams too. So you put a little bit in, and I like to lather it up in my hands and then just take off my makeup. I love their stuff because for being an esthetician, I don't like stuff to strip off my moisture barrier when I'm taking off all this loads of makeup that I put on every day. And so I like something that's just going to stabilize my skin and not feel super dry afterwards. And that's why I love their product a lot. They carry a lot of AHAs in their little microbeads from what I was reading. And again, it's gentle for the skin. A lot of people, they are sensitive to very hard beads, like microbeads, and these ones are so soft because they're like encapsulated, so they just kind of burst onto the skin, giving just a little bit of that hint of exfoliation. And then this is their tiny little serum too. It has the honey on one side and then the exfoliant, and it's renewal, and what was it? The other one was renewal and repair. And so that's what honey does. It repairs the skin. Especially they used to use it for burn victims. They would put the bandages in honey and soak them, and then they would put them on to people. That way it heals them. I mean, not quick enough, but it takes time. But that's just the nature of like small enough molecules. They're not. So that one, and then it comes with the oil, which I love that oil. Oh my God.
I do love the oil. My only issue with Guerlain is, I love Guerlain, and I've used Guerlain for years, and I love the Guerlain perfumes. I just wish they hadn't changed the stupid lipstick thing. That's what got me. I was like, why did you? I've talked to Andrew about it too. I'm like, fix it. But other than that, I mean, I love Guerlain. Yes, and the watery oil is one of my favorite things, and I used the watery oil as primer long before. Like people started doing that like online all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing that for like 10 years. They did change it a little bit, and I actually like it more now. I think it's better.
I agree.
It is a really good product. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For those of you out there who don't really want to use a primer, and you really, especially if you're normal to dry, especially, the watery oil is one of the best ones out there. There are others that I like very much, but the Guerlain watery oil is the first to have done it.
I will say because I carry it at my counter because we don't have skincare. We do, but we just don't have them in store. So it's not like I can use anything, but I really love to use the Guerlain products at my counter. Every time I put it on somebody, I use it right after the moisturizer just to kind of lock in that moisturizer, and people will buy it every single time. every single time I will sell it in a heartbeat, because to me, I don't like heavy oils on my face. I don't like seeing it. I do not like seeing like stuff rolling off my skin. Sometimes they work with other foundations, sometimes they don't. It's like, it's a balance. So this one I've seen where it's so thin, it just feels like water. And so I put that on my skin every single day at nighttime. I put it on my clients. I think if you want, like, my sisters are terrible with skincare, like absolutely terrible. I love them to death and they're around me so much, but they're terrible with it. And so like I give them so many samples. And so I was just going to buy these ones and kind of split it up between the two of them so they can try it out. And one of my sisters, she has like psoriasis on her face and stuff, so she has to be careful. But this has a PHA in it, and a PHA, that one really helps a sensitive skin. It's an acid. It's supposed to. It's very gentle for the skin.
Interesting.
So, I know. I found out a lot of stuff with Andrew, and then just researching it myself and just seeing how they've used their honey and their royal jelly is huge too. I think that's just so interesting. They don't make too much royal jelly, but they put it in their products, and I think that's amazing.
I think I'm going to have to try the new cleanser because that sounds really interesting to me. My favorite cleanser was the La Mer cleansing oil, which was around for years, and that was the one that I used pretty much. I mean, I have other cleansers, but that was my favorite. And they discontinued it. It doesn't exist anymore. So I guess I'll be trying. I mean, I have been trying. There's others that I like. Chantecaille has the rose balm, which I think is very nice. I have, others that I've been trying out that I think are really good. I just haven't found one like the cleansing oil that I immediately was like, I love this. I found ones that I really like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to put that on my list too, because that sounds like something that would.
I like something that is going to last a long time, and not like squeezing it out. And sometimes a pump, and like if you have to do 2 pumps most of the time for a foaming cleanser, even though they're so nice, they don't last that long because you're using a ton of it. This one, I will say, when I got the sample originally from it, that little sample went 2 weeks, and you don't need a ton. You just, I put my little finger in it, put it in the palm of my hand, and then I put water into it, and I let it lather, and then I pressed it all over the skin, and then just took it off. But I also used the the little eraser too. So that probably helps a ton, but I've also tried it by itself as well, because I like trying new products all the time. Sometimes my skin gets really irritated, but it's all for the sake of most of the clients that come to me. They want to know how it feels. It's very research. Research. I put on ugly lipsticks on myself before because a customer really wanted to see how it looked, and I was like, it might be for you. But at least I tried. But I like to see how things feel. You just don't know. And if it irritates me and I have sensitive skin, it's going to irritate somebody else. And that's why I really do like the Guerlain stuff. I haven't gotten into the Orchidee as much as this collection more.
No.
But I just like this collection a little bit more. And then probably later on I'll do the Royale collection or the Orchidee collection. I don't think that it's bad. It's a little bit more expensive. So anyway, so I was just going to take this one. I was going to show you guys because it's so pretty. Look at this.
Oh, that is cute. That is cute.
Charlotte Beauty Treasure Chest. She just posted a video on it. Yes, darling. Look at this, darling. I can't do
it. That's intricate. Look at the knot.
Calendar. It's $200 for this, usually $300. I will say that they are more smaller sizes. They're not exactly like mini sizes. I would say they're travel sizes because a lot of things are just so dang small that you just can't quite get anything in it. So it has the what I like, the setting spray a lot. I've bought tons of those already. I love traveling with those ones. And then they have the Pink Gasm wand in there too, the lip oil. They have Yep. I like the Pillow Talk mascara too. It's just a little drier of a formula, but it stays really nice on my lashes because I have really flat. They go down like opposite way. And then they have the Pillow Talk lip liner, the Pillow Talk eyeliner, and then they have the Hollywood and Vixen, the lipstick, which is a really pretty color. I'll have to swatch that later for you guys. It's like stuck in the bottom. But there's 12 pieces to it. The Magic Serum, which is one of their best sellers, and then the Magic Cream, if you ever tried that before, it kind of feels like a primer. I would say I like it during the day when I'm doing makeup because I feel some stuff is better off as like skin prep. You know, I could use a lot of this for my bridal kit as well. I just used it in Mexico and it did extremely well. It's held up pretty nicely. And this is a great gift, people.
Oh,
great gift. I think, especially because Christmas is coming so fast. And there's not very many of these either, by the way. I think there was like a total of like 33 available, period. And we only had 2 of them. But they're also doing like gift with purchases as well. It was, I'll have to post it later what they're doing, but they're giving full size products for like $160 to $200. And that will get you that with this one. And especially it has these little drawers to it. They're so damn cute. I was like, I think I would end up using this just to use it. Look how cute those are. These are so damn cute. Honestly,
the drawers are incredibly cute, and the little knobs are really nice. And I will say this, guys, I'm not the biggest Charlotte. Well, let me rephrase. I love Charlotte Tilbury when she first came, like worshipped her. I literally like told all my friends and made them go buy Charlotte Tilbury. And her Pillow Talk, the reason it's iconic and the reason it's everywhere is because it's good. It's really, really good. The shade works on like tons of people. And the wands, I love the wands. I love the wands. I think they're fantastic. So if you have somebody in your life or you are the person who loves Charlotte Tilbury, that's a great gift. It's really pretty. It's really cute. Those things, and I know Rhee's going to talk about, advent calendars and gift sets and that type of thing. They do sell out really fast because it's an easy gift to get for someone. So you shouldn't wait on anything that's limited edition if you're buying it for the holiday. But the gift things like the Charlotte Tilbury thing or the Chanel gift sets or any of those aren't ones to wait on. And you know me, I'll tell you like, hey, you can wait till January. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah. Those do sell out. Yep. They just do.
I mean, especially we're in November and we're already starting to, like, I was wanting to put more stuff, but it is already long past gone. And so a lot of this stuff is dwindling in our store as well. And I like to pull from my store because it gives the counter credit and the store credit. And then it just kind of, I could personalize packages for customers and I can send, I'm like, do you want a sample of this, this, or this? There's always gift with purchase, but a lot of times when you, I post links too for my Nordstrom account. And I love doing that too because they do give gift with purchases on there too, but it doesn't let me be personable with my client and just kind of personalize little gift sets and little samples that I could put in there. You know that, Jen. I'm like, hey, I know. Send you like 3 of these little items. I
get the best gifts. I'm like, what's this? And Rhea never tells me. It just comes, and I'm like, what is this? And it's like the miniature lipsticks from Tom Ford. I'm like, oh my god, like this.
I like to surprise people when it comes to like when people purchase with me. I am a very appreciative person. Like I love my customers. I feel like they're family to me. And so I like giving a gift as if you were standing next to me and we were chatting like we we're family. And so that's every time I give something with a purpose too, because I mean, obviously you're going to take all this stuff, you're going to look at it, you're not going to enjoy it because you're like, what does this do? And I usually tell you afterwards, you're like, hey, what is this? And I was like, there you go.
Every single time I've gotten a box, I'm like, what is this next to it? And yeah, it's always the best gift.
It just makes it so much better because I work so well with a lot of my coworkers and they know that I pull from every counter always. Like, I can never make good money if I'm just doing one counter solely, even though like 80% of my business is Tom Ford. A lot of other things that I like to pull, because we do get sales off of everything in the entire store, which is great. You know?
Yeah. That's why I love Nordstrom.
Yep, exactly. And that's why I like them too. I've worked for them for almost 8 years now. And so it's the only company that realistically you do get such a good sales off of, and you can build the clientele because they give you such good feedback, and they always growing their business as well. So I forgot to tell you about this one. This is the sand and stone, or the salt and stone, sorry. These are the deodorants. These actually come in a little pack for Christmas for 2 of them. They're $30. They're usually $20 a piece, and they're full sizes. This one is a Santal and Vetiver. I will tell you that I accidentally forgot deodorant this morning because I was like rushing to come here and set up everything. I was like, I smell spicy. And so like, there's some type of deodorant somewhere, right? And so I actually ended up getting one of these, and I like it. I'm very impressed.
They're really good.
It dried any moisture that I had immediately. And it
I don't know about you, Rhi. Yeah, I like the salt and stone stuff. I think it's very good.
It actually does extremely well during anniversary. It was one of the hottest ticketed items that we sold out completely fast. And people were asking consistently, hey, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? And then we always sell out of the single ones too. So I'm glad that they put them into a set. And there were some other really cool sets too, where they had the body lotion and then there's the oil and stuff. But I really wanted just to focus on the deodorant, because you never know. You might have a brother that, smells spicy. He might need a little something. My family, my older sister Marie is the biggest jokester for Christmas. She gets me something every year, and I'm like, oh God, it's not going to be great, but it's going to be great because it's going to make me laugh years down the road. I used to actually open up my boxes, my Christmas gifts before, I was a teenager, okay, it was. And so my sister did that whole box on box on box on box.
Oh, yes.
And then put candy in it, and I tried to open it once, and she's like, you broke it. I was like, oh my God, I broke it. and it was just something really, really small at the bottom of the carousel horse. And I was like, but where's the other stuff? One with a ring. She actually made me once. She told me it was like a gift for my grandma, and she wanted me to do the box and box and box. And so she got me to wrap my own gift. I was like, wow, okay. But she's funny like
Sisters.
that.
Sisters.
Sisters. It's great.
Yeah.
I love my sisters dearly. We get along so well. But I think I'd give them this. I think that would be a great gift.
A nice little note about,
smell good every single day. And then I thought these were really cute. We don't usually carry Gucci in our store, but these ones right here are 3 glasses.
Oh.
These ones are going to be they're plumping, by the way. And I did put this one on right here. And yeah, it's very plumping. So be careful.
I haven't tried the gloss. I tried the matte lips, which I didn't love, but I didn't try the gloss.
I love the matte lipsticks. I ain't gonna lie, I have the pink one. So beautiful.
My lips are too dry, I think.
Put on lip balm, you'll be fine. So here's those 2 right there. So here is the which one was that one? Goodness gracious, I can't read. Honestly, I don't remember which one this was. I can't see. The Suzanne Brown. There we go.
Oh, okay.
And then the Jocelyn Claire. Or no, I'm sorry, the fuchsia color. And then the other one is just clear. Right here. From the photos, it does look really, really pretty. And I really wanted to try. Ooh, that is actually pretty.
That looks really nice on you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I love a good pink. I love pinks. Like,
I do. That is the one thing that Rhi and I totally disagree on. I I am not a pink girl, but Rhi looks
Is
good.
it because you have fair skin with your hair colors why you don't like them? Other than that, you'd probably like it.
Yes, yes. It doesn't look good on me. How's that? How's that? I'm not, like I've tried to wear pink and I can wear some shades of pink, but like a pink, like a Barbie, it's not attractive. It's like
I usually have to put like a magenta lip liner with those hot pink lipsticks just because it doesn't look great by itself. So I usually add some magenta to it so it cools it down a bit. I have red skin, so usually I could do warm and I can do cool at the same time, but I have to balance it off, else it's not going to look good on me at all. Like, oof.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. We have about 30 minutes left. So
perfect. I'm on to the last one anyways. So
all
the
right.
last one we're doing, I had two of them. We're doing a double. So we have the Tom Ford candle. This is just like out of pocket because during Christmas, I sell candles a lot. And usually I sell these as good gifts to people because people come in, they're turning 40, they're turning 50, 60, 70, like a milestone. They're like, you are fabulous. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say the word, do it. But these are made out of paraffin wax, by the way, which is very expensive to make. They have about 40 hours wick time to them. And then for me, when I'm done with the candle, I like to clean it out and then add little lip glosses or some of my brushes with it. It's really pretty. Right. Beautiful. And then these ones are the Diptyque ones. These are extremely gorgeous. I know that you guys got this one, right? This is the fine one. I like this one a lot. And I can still get the large one, by the way, FYI, if you guys need it.
You can get the big one?
Yeah, you remember? So this one was sold out.
You have to get that.
4.
4?
There was 4 online because I think, did I order one for you and then
Vita
and Judy? And they said online, they were saying, I don't know why they said that they were sold out, but they were sold out when I put the numbers in. I always do that, no matter what. I'm always going to put in the numbers that you guys share with me. That way I can see if something's actually in stock or if there's like one sitting somewhere, something like that. So I can still actually order the big giant candle.
Okay, so guys, that's the one that you've seen in my background. It's super huge. 1,500 grams. It's enormous. And it's green with like gold flecks on it. It's limited edition. Once it's gone, it's gone. Diptyque does not, you're not going to see it again. And it's in the Sapin. It's this beautiful creamy pine. It's not like, it's a different type of pine than they usually have. It's more gourmet. Like I can't really put my finger on it, but it's this beautiful creamy pine. That's the only way I can describe it. So it's gone online from Nordstrom. I've looked. I can't get it online, but apparently Rhiannon can get it for you. So you know, it's worth it.
So that one's the pine one, and it actually has resin, cedar, and patchouli in it as well. Just FYI. And the other one, I can't say the names of them because they're just a little bit too out of pocket for me. And one of them is iris and mimosa and sandalwood, and the other one is gingerbread, cinnamon, and orange peel with vanilla. I chose this one because the colors, I could picture it above like a fireplace for someone. So just in case you didn't want to get a gift from somebody else, you wanted it for yourself, you could just line them up right there. They burn really well too. I love the candles, and every year they do something different. So like you said, limited edition. Especially the colors, everything about them is limited edition, which completely sucks because sometimes you really like certain ones and you're like, I wish I would have got the other one. Especially the carousels too.
This carousel that comes with, I have all the carousels in the back of my beauty room. You've always seen, like, I burn them. You can see them spinning. It's a great gift. That's a phenomenal gift because not only is it special, but it's not something people are you're not going to like duplicate a gift. It's not too many people are going to buy Diptyque candles. It's a very special, very luxurious gift. They burn really well, and they last forever. And as Sophia says, the packaging that there's on the front of the candles this year, it's like a felt label.
Velvet. Really cool. It's really beautiful. beautiful. And that's why I chose all the ones I did, not just because of what they do, but because of the packaging as well. Just picture like when we talk to our customers, we always get feedback of like, I love opening up that Christmas gift where just you can peel it back and it feels luxury. That's what we do when we're in the store. That's why I always like to have my customers shop with me in store too, because that way I could customize any gift. And we have all kinds of wrapping paper here from those different companies. Chanel always does terrific. Tom Ford, we just got in really beautiful gold ribbons this year, and every single year we all, and like actually every season we do different wrapping paper and then different ribbons as well. And so this year we actually have these really cool ones that I can use. This is the first time we actually are using these ever. And then this is the white, the ribbon that we have this year. It's so gorgeous. So just think of that. And then I will post a link, or you can post a link for my style link later, or my Instagram.
Yes.
If people actually want to get in touch with me.
Send it to me and I'll make sure. I mean, you should post it and then I'll repost it so everybody can see it. So a couple things. Advent calendars. I mean, you mentioned, of course, the Charlotte Tilbury gift set thing, the little drawers. But are there particular Advent calendars that people can't get online that you can get, or you don't have in store but you can get for them online?
No, they're all online. That's why I only shared the ones that I had, because a lot of them just have too much in them. And so like trying to tell you guys all that, it was just like too much. Like the Diptyque one, stunning. But there's so much products in there. I could even like, here's this, and this. That one, there's not many of those ones. And those ones go pretty fast. And then there's a ton from like Mason Francis that I can get as well, but everything should be already online unless we have SKUs that say that they're not online yet, or they're like only sold in stores, which that doesn't happen, especially for the store that I'm in. We're a little bit lesser volume than like a bigger New York store or something, so we don't get as much of those kind of calendars. And so that one, I just like that one because it's cute, and a lot of teenagers love Charlotte Tilbury, so I was thinking people can, if they're with kids, I thought that was a great idea. And then the one, like I said, from Diptyque looks excellent. Honestly, I really enjoy that one.
The Diptyque one looks really good. I've been really thinking about getting that one. I know I don't need it. So yeah, guys, if you see it online, like I said, you can order it from online, but if you order from Marie, she can do a lot of stuff for you. If she has it in store, she can do the special packaging, like the special wrapping, little gifts. If she's getting it, from another location, or if it's something that she's ordering through the system, she can't really do those types of things. But if she has it in store, she can absolutely do that. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Does Nordstrom have the Guerlain advent calendar?
That I will have to look. I don't think so. When I was looking the other day, I don't think so.
I think that one is just
luxury. That's a luxury item. So I think it's imagine it would be with us. And so that would be nice though. There's some new stuff that's coming out, and I'm like, I don't know, but I could spend money on something that good, because one of them has
that one looks very pretty, but it's really pricey, guys. It's very, very pricey.
It's true.
All right. So someone mentioned that the Nordstrom app is down right now. That's not good.
I just had it up. Maybe restart. Let me see.
Yeah, try
restart, or if you have like a VPN, turn off the VPN, because I have VPNs on and it always shuts down my Nordstrom app. And so just get out of your whole system and restart it, because it's working for me at the moment. I have it up. So unless it's like certain things are not working.
So it's saying something is wrong with our site. We're aware of the issue and working to fix it quickly.
Well, let's see.
So I think it's working, like I can see it, but there's something glitching.
That's Nordstrom. Well,
but it'll be fixed, guys. It'll be fixed. Don't panic. Don't panic. But you can order from Marie directly, so you don't have to worry about it. That makes it a lot easier. Any other questions that anybody has for Rhi while we have her? Anything specific? Yeah, you know, Sophia, you're probably right. It's probably maintenance prep for the holidays. I would not be surprised.
Yeah,
That would not shock me.
happen. When we get so much, I would say like so many people looking at the same time, that happens.
That would not shock me. I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I wanted to. I mean, I asked about the Guerlain. I asked about the. I can't think of anything in particular. Oh, I actually have a question. So, guys, so you all know, Rhi can order lots of things for you. She doesn't have to just order beauty. The great thing about Nordstrom, and she mentioned it before, was that, you know, she could get things from other counters. She can, you know, even though she works for Tom Ford, she can, if you love Chanel and you want to get Chanel, that's totally fine. But let's say you want a Chanel bag. Let's say you want Chanel shoes. Let's say you want, I don't know, something absolutely fabulous that you don't necessarily see on the site. You can DM her the information. Now she'll probably need a style number or at least a picture and a description of what you're looking for. But Rhiannon is able to tell you whether it's something that Nordstrom carries. So don't just, you know, think of, I mean, Rhiannon doesn't just do makeup and beauty. Obviously, she's a makeup artist and esthetician, but she can order other things for you as well.
So like the whole Chanel handbags, I'll just tell you right now, because I've had a couple clients try to order them from me. I can directly link them with the Chanel associate because they are more of a private entity now. And so those ones, the shoes I could absolutely do. Like I could do shoes all the time. I just, like you said, I need at least a photo, and then there's like a number that usually underneath it. If it's a UPC, that's so much better than like the number that's on the Chanel site. But I can always call my other essays from different stores and talk to them and see if they know or they have it. I'm always trying to find information, especially about Chanel. But the handbags, I can link you with the people that I like to work with and that are very good. And I've actually had one of my customers with them so far, and they've liked them as well. So I look for somebody that matches the same type of customer service that I give to my customers. If I don't like them, I will not share them. And so that's a whole great thing. But yes, I can do Dior shoes too. I know somebody that works in Celine now. She just came here, so I can actually get you pretty much anything from Celine. I just don't get the credit for those particular items because they're consignment is what they're called, or concession, sorry. And so those ones I can't do, but absolutely Chanel shoes, Dior shoes. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head. Tom Ford. They're doing. I will tell you, they're starting to post links on the designer sale too. So just look at the handbags that you want. Don't do what we did last year, and we didn't get our actual handbag. So I'm just saying.
I'm still salty about the blue one. I don't even want to go there.
It helps. It was mini. It was actually mini.
Still. So Rhi, do you want to share how you'd like people to contact you? Obviously, I'll post more later, guys, and Rhi will post, but.
So my Instagram is Rhimake, RHIMAKE. You can look me up. It's really cool because it's Remakes, and my name is Rhi, and then it's makeup, but it's smashed together. I thought that was so cool. And so you can contact me there. And then I also have an email that you guys can give me your phone number, your first and last name. Make sure you have a card on file always. In stores, I can't really do third-party cards. I could only do Nordstrom cards. So I'd have to order if it's a third-party card, just to FYI. But it's RHI and then Nordstrom@gmail.com. But if you give me your phone number, I can link you in my personal book that you can text me from that personal book as well. And I can actually send you links of stuff that I feel is good for you, or if you wanted to buy directly from me, I can do that too. I usually post it in my Instagram as well, right underneath my profile. But again, Jen will end up posting my contact information. That way you guys can just click the button.
It'll make it really easy, I promise. And Joe Malone ginger biscuit. Do you carry it in store, or can you get it?
Probably ginger biscuit. I'll have to look that up just because I'm not the hugest Joe Malone person. If you notice, I don't have a lot of their stuff. Their colognes, and colognes to me are just, they fade off the skin. And of course, I'm competitive with Tom Ford as well, you know, but I do like their diffusers a lot. But I'll figure that out for you. Just email me your information. Oh, Lisa, I could find it for you for sure.
Yeah, I do love ginger biscuit. It's good. It's I'm not a Joe Malone person either. That's the only one I really like. You should try it. It's actually good. It smells like
I'll do it. If they have it, I'll go smell it.
It smells like a gingerbread cookie, but like the holidays, like it's
cinnamon.
I don't know why she doesn't have it like that kind of strength in the anyway, it doesn't matter. But the point is, it's good. You should try it. That one you'll like. That one's good. So I have Rhee's Instagram handle up for everybody right now, so you can see it. Again, I'll post on Instagram too, and I'll post on YouTube, but I just want you to see it so that you can, you know, that's exactly what it is. Just go there on Instagram, type in this exactly the way I've spelled it out, and you will find her. And then you can DM her.
Yep. DM me first, last name, and email and phone number. Yeah. And that way I can just connect you to my personal book, and then you'll get a link, and then just press accept, granting permission to me to put you into my personal book. And then we can contact from there. And then a lot of times I just end up contacting people through whatever channels they end up texting me from. And so sometimes the phone as well. So that's fine as well. So
it just makes it a lot easier, guys. And plus for people like me, and I'm sure pretty much everybody on the planet now, we're all so busy and we don't have time. Like it just makes it a heck of a lot easier. I can just, you know, ping Rhiannon and be like when the Terra came up on sale, I was like, hi, can you just get me one? She's like, yeah, sure. She's just, you know, and then she just sent me the link. I was like, yes, you have permission. And it was done. Like I didn't have to deal with anything. I didn't have to give any numbers. I didn't have it was just super easy.
It's so easy. And then if it's super late at night, you can still just message me. If I look at it, I look at it. If I don't, I don't. But I'm not that type of person to respond if I don't respond. But I usually, I respond pretty fast.
Sometimes you're very fast.
I'm up at 2 a.m. sometimes.
You were on vacation in Mexico and you got back to me. I was like, why are you responding to me? I was like, I was just going to send it to you when you got back. I was like, okay.
It is what it is. Reception.
Yeah, you did. I was shocked. All right. Anything else, guys? Because we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, so it's been plenty of time. I'm sure tired. I'm sure Rhiannon is exhausted. But anything that anyone wants to ask, going once, going twice. Now, again, this will be up on YouTube as a live, so you guys can definitely comment on still there, and I will get those messages, and I will let Rhiannon know. And so we'll make sure that we have, you know, any answers to any questions that come up. But I did want you to have a chance to ask her live. Rhiannon is absolutely fabulous. As she said, we've been friends for a couple years now, and she's great. She's wonderful to work with, really. And she's really honest too. She'll just tell you, if you say something like, what about this? She'll be like, no, this is terrible. don't. So never about Tom Ford, because nothing from Tom Ford is ever terrible. But yeah, she's great. So I really appreciate you getting on and doing this for all of us. It makes it so much easier to plan for the holidays with, you know, as hectic as it is. And again, now that you have her information, you can directly DM her and ask her questions and order all of your holiday stuff.
Yep. And I post links too, by the way, of all kinds of other stuff that I don't have in store that I like little pieces of jewelry, charms, hair stuff. This is just stuff that I had in store that I thought was a really good value and could be used by yourself, or you could give it away. But I usually post a ton of little links that I just randomly found for the week. I'm like, I love this thing. Let me just post it because it's cute. So
great. I do too. I found stuff at Target recently. I found a pair of pajamas that are the softest pajamas I've ever in my whole life. They're so soft. They're $10. $10. So I was like, I'm going to post them. I mean, you know, not everything has to be like $100 to be like fabulous.
Oh, no,
So,
not at all. As long
you
as
know?
it's good and it lasts a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
I bought like makeup brushes that are $3 from Elf. I mean, the handles break, but you could glue them, but it's just like they work for what they do, you know,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
especially
Exactly.
with good
Exactly.
pajamas. I love a good pajamas. Like,
Yeah.
give me a pajama any day.
I'll send you the Target ones. You'll love them. They have polar bears on them.
Ooh,
They're really cute.
thank you guys. Thanks so much for hosting me. I appreciate it. And thank you guys too.
All right, guys. See you all later. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.